Welcome to the bare bones overview of the moment-by-moment progress journal. Now, you can implement this system with paper and pen, or you can use your task management app of choice. I've designed the system to play nicely with Evernote, and I think you'll see why in a moment. The most important thing to remember about this system is that you're trying to craft a narrative about what you're focusing on, where your attention went day by day and week by week. So the first thing you want to do is to be mindful of what's going on right now. So that could be anything from how you feel to the weather outside or the activity you were just engaged in. The second thing you're going to do is to capture what is the best use of your time right now, given your mood, your energy, your location, and the tools available to you. The third step is to go do stuff. Now, ideally, it will be the thing you identified in step 2, the thing that you think is the best use of your time right now. And finally, step 4, you answer what you actually did. Now, this entire system is based on Dr. Viktor Frankl's idea that between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space lies your freedom, the freedom to choose your actions. However, for most of us, the space between stimulus, let's say a bad mood, and your typical response, screaming at your colleague, well, that space is extremely small. The moment-by-moment system is designed to help you increase that space, giving you time to choose the best response regardless of how you're feeling or what the weather is like outside. So who is this system designed for? Number 1. The moment-by-moment system is best suited for people who have flexible schedules. Number 2, if you have difficulty following lists, like the GTD's next action lists, I think you'll find this system quite refreshing. Number 3, because you have the freedom to choose, moment by moment, note by note, your activity, I found there's less resistance to doing the things that you have chosen to do. Now, it might not cure your procrastination, but it'll give you much more opportunity to make progress on your projects. And, at the same time, a narrative to help you better understand why and where you're getting stuck. And finally, if you're interested in self-knowledge and journaling, I think this system could work very well for you. The moment-by-moment progress journal provides you with the freedom to choose the best activity in this moment. Now, for some of you, that might include choosing something off of your GTD next action lists, but you don't need any lists to reap the benefits of the system. You are absolutely free to choose whatever activity that you think is the best use of your time right now. The moment-by-moment system excels at helping you craft an ongoing narrative, a progress journal, about how you're doing in all areas of your life. Finally, it's designed to capture everything in your personal and professional life. So everything from projects to tasks, frustrations, celebrations, and everything in between. Okay, so here's how the system works. Imagine you have a 2-hour break in your day. You could choose something off of your to-do list or next action list. But if we're serious, the mere thought of looking at these endless lists is a chore. Instead, why not embrace the human need for novelty and adventure by, creating a blank note and allowing your mind to make the best use of the current moment and to choose your best action. So, with a simple keyboard shortcut, you create a blank note. Now, according to the instructions above, step 1 suggests you provide a few words about the context of what is occurring right now. Now, this could be how you're feeling right now, or what activity you just finished doing. It could also be what the weather is like outside. It doesn't matter. It just has to do with forming some context, fleshing out the context of what is going on right now. Immediately after that, you ask yourself a simple question. What is the best thing I could be doing with my time right now? Now, the key is right now, not next week, not what you should have been doing 15 minutes ago. To help me flesh out some answers, I like to brainstorm whatever comes to my mind by creating a bullet list in Evernote. Once again, a keyboard shortcut brings up a bullet list, and I just simply start typing. I don't worry about how silly the ideas are or if the activity is related to my personal or professional life. I simply give myself permission to capture whatever might be the best use of my time right now. And then I choose the one thing from the list, and I write that in the title bar. One of the things I love about Evernote is that the body of the note can be used for a lot of interesting things. For example, I'll often create a checkbox and type a follow-up task related to the note that I'm currently working on. Sometimes I will use the space to whine and complain. Now, believe it or not, I find these stream of consciousness ramblings good reading, especially if the project turns out to be a success. As you'll soon see, the most important part of the note is the title bar, because it's in the title bar that's where the narrative starts to form as you populate Evernote with notes. Now, what happens if you're working on an idea and you need to remember to buy milk or call your Aunt Sally? How do you capture that? In Evernote, it's as simple as hitting a keyboard shortcut and entering your information to a quick note and sending that to Evernote. In the next video, I'll describe how to process your notes, both daily and weekly. This will ensure your system is up to date and you'll be able to sleep well knowing that no projects, ideas, or tasks have fallen through the cracks. So that is the bare bones version of the moment-by-moment progress journal. You simply create a new note, provide some context in the title bar, and choose the best action that you're willing to commit to in this moment, and then you go do stuff. Then you create a new note and you begin again. By the end of the day, all of these notes will begin to tell a story. Whether you like the story or are bored stiff by your story, well, we'll discuss what to do about that at a later date.